welcome back to my channel. Today is my April reset, which means we are already at the end of the first quarter of the year and I do not know where it went. If you've watched some of my recent videos, you might know that this year has not gone according to plan for me, but I am so excited because we are starting into spring and that automatically makes life so much sweeter because the sun will be out, the grass will be green, life is good, seasonal depression will hopefully go away. As always, I would love to reset together and hear about your month, so go make yourself a coffee or tea or whatever is your beverage of choice and let's just sit down together and reset for a new month. Let's talk about March. In my February reset, one of the things I talked about was that I really anticipated February being this month of new beginnings and fresh starts, and that had not been what happened. And so I really wanted to go into March with just a very different mindset, and I do feel like that made a huge difference for me this month. We started off the month by having some really quality time with family, which was so lovely. I think that's probably been my highlight of the year so far, was just that week away with people that we love so much. My mental health has not been great, and being able to just kind of exist for a little bit without feeling any kind of pressure to be anything or act a certain way was just really nice. In March, my goal was to just kind of learn from my mistakes in January and February and not give myself expectations, to just kind of let things happen as they were gonna happen. I really feel like I was able to do that this month, which was huge. I can't tell you that I'm 100% fine now or that everything has kind of worked itself out. There was actually some very stressful things that happened this month that were new, and so kind of was dealing with that. I rested a lot and was a lot more okay with that than I was in February. I tried to be really intentional about paying attention to what actually helped me when I was struggling versus what was unhelpful. I think I'm actually gonna film a separate video on mental health habits that have been really helpful for me because it's made such a big difference to just adjust a few little things, and I think it's really helped me when I am struggling. What was I grateful for this month? I'm just so thankful for our family as a collective, like an incredible support system, and the fact that like when I'm struggling or we're struggling, we can just call up people in our life that love us and we know that they have our backs is not something I ever want to take for granted. The biggest thing that I learned this month is something that I actually talked about in my If Your 2023 Goals Aren't Going to Plan video, which is basically if you're struggling with your goals not going according to plan, things are not on track the way you want them to be, change your goals. This has been so freeing for me. I used to operate out of a mindset where like I would make a to-do list at the beginning of the day and hold myself to that until the very last second. And if I didn't get everything done on that to-do list, I would beat myself up. But I've gotten to a point where I just will literally edit my to-do list. And if I didn't get stuff done, I just take it off and move it to the next day. It's been so much better for my mindset to look at my calendar and see that every day I checked off whatever was on the list rather than seeing empty boxes and just killing myself over it. What do I want to change for next month? I think I really just want to keep fostering this mindset of being kind to myself and really taking things one day at a time. I'm currently working on getting ahead on my upload schedule so that I don't have to like film or edit super last minute, because I think that will be really huge for me as well. I'm having a lot fewer bad days than I did last month, which is great. Let's talk about the goals I set for March. My first goal was to plan social contact at least twice a week, and I'm marking this one as complete because I did plan social contact twice a week. This was a weird month where I feel like half of my plans ended up getting canceled for completely unrelated reasons. So that was a little bit frustrating. It's when you're clinging on to that social contact and then it doesn't happen. Just a bit disappointing, but I did make a conscious effort to schedule things, so I'm really happy about that. Next was to move my body every day, and I'm marking this one as complete as well. I didn't keep track, so I definitely did miss a couple days in there, but overall I was pretty good about getting out of the house and going for walks. I'm counting it as a win. My next goal was to plan our Vancouver visit this month, which I'm pushing to April instead. March was very chaotic and the trip kind of got thrown up in the air a little bit, waiting for a little bit more information before we can book flights, so it didn't make sense to spend a lot of time planning. My next goal is to make March a no-buy month, and I'm also marking this one as complete. I bought a couple things from HomeSense, but they were all on a gift card, which I'm happy with, and the only other thing I spent money on this month that wasn't like groceries or absolute essentials was getting my hair cut. And first of all, I'm obsessed. I think this is my favorite haircut I have ever had. I haven't had my haircut in a really long time, and the last time I got my hair done in November, it was pretty severely damaged. I went to somebody who was not my normal stylist and paid the price. So it really needed a good chop to just get rid of all the dead ends, and it feels so much healthier and happier now. My next goal was to move our weekly clean to Friday instead of Sunday. This did not happen at all. I do still want to do this, but I think I want to wait until I feel like I'm comfortably and confidently a week or two ahead on work, because Friday afternoons the last couple weeks I've kind of been scrambling to get like my Saturday video done, so it just hasn't been a realistic time slot, but I am hoping that that will change. My next goal was to prep healthy snacks on Sundays as well as meal prep. I feel like I did a pretty good job of this, so I'm really happy with that. My next goal was to do a monthly financial meeting, and we did do this. It actually ended up being completely impromptu and quite informal, but we got it done, so I'm happy with that. We also stuck to weekly date night this month, which was really, really fun. I actually vlogged our date night a couple days ago, so that one's probably up on the channel by the time you're seeing this. All in all, March was a really hard and a really good month, and I'm feeling a lot more prepared to head into April and hoping that this is gonna be a good month. So speaking of, let's talk about April. I found a quote on Pinterest yesterday that said April was the young love of the year, and I just love that idea. I 100% get it too, because April is a month filled with so much hope and expectation, anticipating the summer and what's to come. We've started to have a few really, really nice days here, and I am just so excited to spend the spring and summer in Ottawa. The winter here hasn't been that bad, but just with kind of having the rough first few months of this year, I think having sunshine is gonna be so nice. Now let's talk about my monthly priorities. Number one is to create. I'm actually planning on getting back into my every other day uploads, which I am really, really stoked about. I did this in December and it was so much fun. So stay tuned because you will be seeing another video from me 2 days from now. I have some videos that I'm really excited to film, and I'm also doing a lot more vlogging these days and really, really having fun with it. So lots of those videos coming your way. My second priority for April is to initiate. I want to continue the momentum of trying to schedule social contact and actually plan to host more often. I keep talking about, oh, I really want to have this, or oh, I really want to have these people over, and then not making it happen. So I really want to do that this month. We've actually met a few people in our building who I really like, and I think it would be really fun to just have everyone we know in the building over for dinner one night, have everyone bring something. My third monthly priority is grace. I want to give myself abundant grace this month for mental health days, for plot twists, and to change my mind on the plan as often as I need. Right now, scheduling and even goal setting is a lot of guesswork on my part because I just don't know what my mental capacity is going to be like. I am very goal driven and accomplishment driven, so I want to continue to give myself big targets to work towards, with the caveat of, if I can't make this happen this month, it's okay. I think in my mind, that's always made me nervous because I'm like, well, what if I'm lazy then and I just don't follow through? But I know myself and I'm not a lazy person. I am a person who very much wants what I'm working towards and is very motivated to do it. So if I take a day off, it'll be because I need to take a day off. I want to give myself that grace and that trust. Now let's talk about my April goals. Number one, I want to upload 15 videos this month, which sounds so ambitious, but I am just feeling really, really inspired on YouTube right now. I have so many fun videos to film, and when I upload often, I feel so much more like connected to you guys because I feel like you're seeing my life in real time, which is just so fun. I want to hit 5K subscribers this month. I also want to secure 3 brand deals, book flights for Vancouver, visit a park in Ottawa. I want to finish 3 books this month, organize the wardrobe, and send out weekly emails to my email list, which is something I've never talked about on YouTube. Guys, I have an email list. I started this back in my blogging days, and I am restarting it now. The first email is actually going out in like 2 hours. I'll put the link in the description box so that you can sign up to be a part of it. I do not spam you, I promise. I'll probably send out like 1 to 2 emails a week that will be like, hey, this is the new video that just went up. And then I want to start doing a monthly roundup of like, these are my favorite products and tools and systems that I'm using right now, plus a little like collection of all of my affiliate and discount links. So if there's anything I've mentioned ever that you're trying to find a discount link to, that's where it'll be. Next, my April habits. I only have 2 things on this list, and that is meal prepping and closing the kitchen. I am not working on building any new habits in April, just carrying on the ones I've been building. I was super tempted to put more on just to kind of like beef it up, but I was like, you know what? Like, I've had a rough couple months. This is not a season where I'm really focusing on building new habits, but just like maintaining and finding peace with that. Meals I want to make this month. Number 1, carrot cake, because it's spring and that just feels so springy. Also, I love carrot cake, it's so good. I also really want to try and make black bean burgers. We are not vegetarian and honestly don't normally eat that much vegetarian food, but meat is so expensive right now. So I am really trying to get creative and find some good meat-free meals, which, side note, if you have any recommendations, please send them my way. I also really want to try and make bagels this month. I was planning on making them in March and I just completely spaced and forgot, but I keep seeing recipes for bagels that don't look that hard, and I am a big bagel girly, so very excited to try this. The only thing on my monthly planning sheet this month is Easter weekend. I do want to plan a couple of events to host, but I'm not exactly sure on what that's going to look like yet. But yes, Easter weekend is upcoming and I am very excited. I love Easter. I always feel very emotional over the Easter weekend. My faith is a huge part of my life and something that's very important to me, and I think there's no time of year where it feels more overwhelming to me, just like the grace of the gospel and the difference that it's made in my life. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to Easter. Now let's talk about things I'm looking forward to this month. First up, spring content. So many fun videos to film. I honestly cannot wait. I already have my spring cleaning and my spring reset up on the channel, so definitely go check those out and make sure to turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of the new spring videos dropping soon. Number 2 is more sunny days. I honestly cannot wait for the clouds to disappear and just to have a little break from all of the gray. Number 3, on a similar note, is just getting outside more often. There are so many gorgeous parks near us and around Ottawa that we just have not been able to explore because we got here at a really weird time. So I'm really excited about that. Last but not least is continuing new friendships, because I really feel like we have started to establish some good connections with people here, and I'm just really looking forward to building off of those and feeling like, okay, yeah, no, we actually have like a solid group of people here. Guys, I think that is pretty much it for my April reset. I honestly do feel a lot of hope and excitement going into this month, but I also am trying not to have any expectations and just see what happens, but it's gonna be really good. I would love to know what's one goal you have for the month of April or something that you're looking forward to this month, so definitely leave a comment and let me know. It's also a huge way that you can support my channel and means the absolute world to me. It really hit me today that I'm like currently a full-time YouTuber, which is just the coolest thing in the world, and my 10-year-old self would be dying over this, and yeah, you guys just mean the world to me and your support really helps. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up so I know to make more like these in the future. I hope you have a good day, because today is a good day to have a good day. And that's it. Bye.